I was always like coming into auditions with the script, just reading it like this. They're like, and then other people come in and like have it memorized. They're like, you want a Cajun accent? I was like, well, fuck this. Like he's got options. Like I just read it on. Like every audition is just literally Jesus reads the script. I'm like, don't take my baby, please. Don't take my baby. They're like, could you give me more action? I'm like, don't take my baby. How was that? I got the part? Nah, I'm out. All right, let me take Mad Waters and leave.
I definitely think those two have banged off screen.
Yeah, they definitely seem
their
like
chemistry is too much. Speaking of banging off screen,
I thought that was. I was like, wow.
I thought you were talking about this. I was like, wow.
We're here. Hello.
So messy.
Guys,
wow.
Desus and Mero just walked into the studio.
Hey.
Guys,
Yeah.
thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
You guys are going to be at the New York Comedy Festival November 11th.
11/11.
Bodega Boys live at Madison Square Garden.
Are you
So
into?
wild.
Are you into astrology?
No. Why?
No, because I don't know. Is anybody into astrology? Isn't 11/11 like a special number?
Yeah, it is.
No,
It
you're supposed to
right?
make a wish.
Yeah, you gotta make
Yeah,
a
that's
wish.
like hood
that
astrology. That's something guys would say. It's like, baby, you text your girl at 11/11, like, make a wish. We're
Make
thinking
a
about
wish,
you.
yo.
Or if
Make
your
a
girl's
wish.
really simple, you hit her at like 12:34, like 1, 2, 3, 4, babe.
Yeah, I love you.
Hood astrology is so funny. Like, there's certain numbers like 666. Like,
Yeah.
there's certain things that you have to 420. Yeah. But 11/11 make a wish. I still do that.
Yeah.
It's never worked.
Never.
I don't
I
think.
think it's worked.
Or like an eyelash on your
No,
nose.
No, I'll
Yeah.
take every
Yeah.
wish.
I
I
don't
don't
think
think-
we keep track of those. Like nobody's following
Oh,
up.
I
No,
do.
God
You
and
make a
Jesus.
chart?
God and Jesus are listening to
Wow.
every single one.
I
and they
swear
make
to
it come
God.
true.
Imagine if you were God, like you was like, I made all the planets. These idiots are wishing on 11/11. Like,
He's just looking at. He's like,
look at gravity.
yo, asshole! It's an eyelash.
I'll take
It's
any
an
dumb
eyelash.
wish. I'll get my mitts on any, even if I think it's complete hog shit. I'm like, I'll take the goddamn wish.
You know
Why
what I'm
not?
trying to do? To make New York, to make me feel better about living in New York, I've started throwing coins in the water on the train tracks.
Yeah.
Because like you do that in Disney World, right? And you can make a
And
wish
you make
there.
a wish.
It's
I
like
could do
like
that.
an urban wish.
That is so sweet.
So you're like, I wish my train comes on time.
And
Yeah.
do you ever miss the puddle?
So that's how you do it. You hit like a rat and a rat curses at you.
First of all,
Or worse, you splash up some of the water, it gets in your mouth.
First of all, the water's pretty fucking opaque, so I don't know if you.
Yeah, that's a good-
The coin just
tell
starts
if
dissolving as it goes through.
like you just see like a smoke coming out of the fucking thing as soon as you throw your penny in there. It's wild.
Also, I'm pretty sure NYPD will give you a ticket for that. Oh,
Yeah.
you throwing pennies on the track?
asshole!
Come over here.
Hey.
Yeah,
Hey.
that's littering,
Yeah.
technically.
You want to throw a penny on the track? I'll throw a fucking penny on the track. How about you, you asshole?
Do you ever think about how much money you've just lost by like pulling money out of your pocket and
I
bills
did.
just
Earlier
dropping?
today, a
Yes.
20 came out of my pocket.
I always just
I
think
saw it, luckily.
All the, or it's just you've thrown away in the trash with like just cleaning out pockets or purse. Like,
Everything. I lose. I just shed debit cards throughout the city. I'm like
Yeah.
Oprah. I'm like, you get a debit card. You get a debit card.
The other day I was walking and I dropped about, I want to say like just 4 quarters.
Yeah.
But it's like it was like on 53rd Street and there's all these people around and like people recognize me and I was like, do I really want to be seen bending over for 4 quarters?
Chasing
I end
a
up on
quarter as
TMZ
it rolls
around the
all the way
street.
down.
Now I got a long stick. I'm
Man.
going down the sewer trying to get the quarter with a piece of gum on the
that
end
would
of
make
it.
me like somebody more. If I saw like Robert De Niro chasing
chasing
a
a
penny.
dollar?
yeah.
Like, oh my god, my light. It's take a penny, leave
I'm like,
a penny.
I better go see his movies. He's not doing so well.
He's so humble.
I gotta go see Meet the Fockers.
He's such a real guy.
That's so true. When you drop change, just that.
You know
because
what you
if
gotta do? You have to just
if you
chase it.
leave it, though, you look like
You
I
look-
don't need
yeah.
money.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Oh,
You
that's
ever,
a
like,
good
pay for
point.
something at a bodega and
You're
you're like
right.
a dime drops into the gum and
Yeah.
you're like instead of fishing it out, I just sometimes leave it and
You're
they
just
go,
like, oh.
someone will go, hey, there's a dime, and I'm like, I don't. You just feel like,
Yeah.
okay,
And then I always
maybe
feel like
now
an
I have
uppity
to-
cunt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
oh,
then
look
you
at
dig it
Fancy
out.
Pants over here.
Oh,
Oh,
excuse
doesn't
me.
need
Are you
a
getting in your
dime.
Tesla?
You don't need a dime. You don't have the time to dig in the double bubble for your
Yeah.
dime.
I'm sure you guys have heard it before. Like, who's this person?
Yeah.
Who's
Huh.
Rachel?
What we get a
Okay.
lot is people coming directly to us, like, "Who are you?
Which one?
Where do I know you from?" I'm like, "I don't know cops."
That's so funny.
I don't know the local news.
It happens a lot if like other people on the street see us, they're like, "Oh, Desus and Mero." You'll get like, they're like, "Ha, what do you guys? What are you rappers?
You rap.
Rap for me, rap, rap, hip hop,
A baby bubba? A baby bubba. I'm like, no, we don't do that. We do.
Hold on, that's a
comedy.
hot track. Somebody isolate that.
Big with the millennials.
You guys have a show coming out on Showtime.
Yes.
What's going on with that right now?
It's just
Which is
a
so
rip.
cute.
It's just a rip of Ray Donovan. I mean, it's completely unoriginal.
Yeah, it's just another season of Shameless, but like I replaced William H. Macy and he plays one of the kids.
No, it's similar to our last show, but just like more polished, like more, they got
just
more
bigger.
resources.
What process are you in? When is this going to be on? Do we know a date? Are you guys just in pre-production?
Starting in 2019, still early
love
out there.
it, you guys. I love this point when you have the deal, but
and it's like,
not in the. Yes.
And everybody, all your handlers are like, do not say the air date on the air on any show.
Yep. You can't even.
You can't say anything.
You can't say anything.
But
Do
you
not
have
even
it.
say it. But it's there.
We have it.
And you have the
Everything is there.
announcement. Everyone's
Everything is
so excited
there.
for you.
Yes.
Everything is being worked on. Like, it's all coming together beautifully. We're like super excited. I'm just like about to blurt it out, but I'm like, no.
My new thing is I just tell people made up dates.
Yes.
Because people in the street are just like, when is it going to start, bro?
November
Thanksgiving.
April 18th.
Black Friday. Black Friday. Yeah.
February 30th.
Yeah, first day of Hanukkah. First
day
night.
of
Sorry.
Hanukkah's
First
amazing.
night.
Day of Hanukkah,
Apologize.
wow.
But don't
is that the
you
day
think-
party for Hanukkah? You been holding out on me?
So much of this business is the announcement, is the deadline announcement,
Oh, yeah.
Right.
and that's almost like most of it. You know, it's just announcing that. So you guys are in that perfect position of having announced it and gotten all the congratulations, and you're a big, but you haven't had to show us anything yet.
No,
so
not
it's
yet.
all excitement. It's all, we only expect the greatest from you. There's I love that phase between announcement and show date.
Yeah, it's a
Because
delightful feeling.
It's,
yeah.
Well, we're kind of getting a different result now because people on Twitter are like, because people on Twitter hate everything. They're already like,
course.
oh wow, they're like, oh, you guys blew your load.
Yeah.
You should have been on the air already. No one's gonna
Yeah.
watch it now.
Yeah, it's too late.
You fucked up. I'm like, we haven't even
Look at all the
started
stuff
yet. What
that's
the hell?
No, I can't wait for
Look
this
at all
show.
the stuff that's happening in the world today. You guys should be on TV and covered. I'm like, the world is still going to exist when we are on the air.
Well,
I
that's
think-
debatable.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers
You know what I'm
crossed.
saying? Unless, I push a button and end it all. I will do it. Don't say I won't.
Is it going to be a weekly?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And because you guys used to do 4 days a week?
Yeah, 4 days a week. Yeah.
How was that? How was the grind of that?
It wasn't that
It
bad
was
because
all
it was all off the cuff improv. Like we
Yes.
just us talking, just riffing, whatever. Because we've met other comedians who work 4 nights a week, and they're like, bro, they're like burned out.
How do you do it?
Because it's script, they have to write
They
everything.
gotta write and read
yeah.
scripts
You guys
and
just
edits
show up and
rehearse.
be yourselves.
Yeah, and it's fun. It's wild because they're like, "Oh man, it's just so nuts." Like me and my 30 writers. I was like, 30 writers. I was like, how do you pay them? How do you we just go in and talk.
Yeah. But it was
Yes.
fun because then you had like if something happened, you had an immediate platform to react to something.
Yes.
So now it's like something happens and you might send like one tweet like, "Ha, showed her," but it's not the same.
Yeah,
it's not the same.
what's it feel like? Yeah, not doing it every day.
But
You
no,
feel
also
a
you
little
have
bit-
people comment to you. They're like, "Oh, I wish I could get your viewpoint on this." You're
Yep.
like, "Aw."
Yeah. And I'll be in my basement like stoned at 2 a.m. Like, here's my viewpoint via Twitter.
Yes.
You know what I'm
yes.
saying? I have 280 characters now.
It's the same way I feel about this show. It's like it's 4 days a week for 2 hours, and I literally walked in at 10:03 today. I was late. First day being late, but
Late
like that's
gang, we
now
out
going to be
here.
the new reg.
The new thing.
And it's just you just talk, and people are like, "How is such a grind?" And I'm
Yeah.
like, I just am myself, and I get to just talk with my friends. It's the great. We've
that's the
carved
beauty.
out the greatest. I have the greatest job.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the
Because-
beauty because you're yourself. It's
Yes.
not like you gotta come in here and like get gemmed up and be like, "Oh, I'm going into a character mode."
Well, I did
Nikki
get
whack whack. Like that
gemmed
wouldn't
up,
be.
but
that
No,
would-
you
you
didn't
show
notice.
up, you don't get ready, you look like shit.
And it was just how
just roll out of bed.
No, but it is just so nice to have carved out a place in this business for myself where I don't have to like prepare that
Yeah.
much. I
Yeah.
just want to be.
The
And what you
persona
can
shit is
do,
whack.
what I've gotten fired for in every other job, just running my dumb yap.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, that's
finally,
the
I'm
thing.
paid to talk back.
Yeah, you just think about all those times in the past. Like, if I
Yeah.
had said that,
Oh
I'd
my
be HR right now. And meanwhile, like the
man.
cloud's like, wonderful, take our money. I'm like,
love
oh, I should have done this 10 years ago.
Desus and Mero are here in studio. Rachel Feinstein is also here. Make sure to check them out at the New York Comedy Festival, November 11th. Bodega Boys live at Madison Square
That's
Garden.
right.
Is it just you guys at Madison Square Garden?
Just us.
Dude!
At the Hulu Theater. At the Hulu Theater, not the actual Madison.
Not
Square.
like-
But I mean-
We're not doing like Drake levels and not
I
gonna be
was gonna say-
Kanye floating on the stage above.
But that's still
It's
a
still
big
pretend.
deal.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
still
it's wild.
Madison Square Garden.
If
It's
you guys
wild.
were lowered onto the stage, I would respect that. If you're ever going to be lowered,
Oh yeah.
You know,
yeah,
the
you
problem
should
with
be
that is
dropped with strings.
we talked about that, and it's just like that comes out of our own pocket, and then knowing us, we like want to cut edges. So it's just like I'm like, I'll just hold the string while you go down, and have someone else do it for
That
me.
is so
but
funny that one activity would come out of your pocket. It's like $79.99. to lower yourself.
Shows are weird because they're just like, you can do anything you want. And, like, they'll pay for everything else. And it's like, can I have like a microphone on a stand? They're like, that's $2,000.
That's $80,000. Yeah.
There are
If
little
you go over
costs
2
like that.
minutes, it's a $45,000.
How about flames or smoke?
Oh, forget it. Don't
Oh,
even.
no.
The fire surcharges
No fire.
are way out.
If you see us with like pyrotechnics, you know we made it.
Yeah. We really, and monitors and shit like that, like, I don't know, $1 trillion set. Yeah, we made it.
We want to get to like YouTube levels, like it's just unnecessary, like flying in on a helicopter.
Yeah.
They're putting on our podcast
How
on
about
every
just
Apple
oiled
product.
women petting you? Like you could have some friends or something.
Oh wow, yeah.
Like, I'll wear
Greased
Speedo.
women.
Like, yeah, I'll wear Speedo. Like, there'll be so many, like, so
I'll
much
do it
body
for a
hair.
Starbucks gift card.
Sounds good. Sounds
right.
good.
Any amount. Just I like the card. I like to fill up my wallet with different cards.
You know what? I just used the Starbucks app. It got really. I haven't used it in a while. It got really fancy. I tried to order from a moving car. And for pickup, and it got all sassy. It was like, you are 7 minutes away. It's gonna take 3 minutes to order this drink. Order when you get closer.
Dang.
Yep.
I was like, wow.
Bitch.
I was like, wow.
That was like, bitch.
Okay.
Let me tell you
Seriously?
something.
Okay, Starbucks.
Excuse me, when you get closer, then you can make your order, sir.
I was like,
okay?
wow.
I got shit to do over here. I have a line. Excuse me. I have to take
Starbucks
care of
app.
them.
It's probably my most used app. I get Starbucks 3 times a day, and I always use the mobile app. I look at people in line. I'm like, you
what's wrong with
idiots.
idiots?
You guys are maniacs.
You just come in all like impatient. You're like, the latte for Nikki.
Yeah.
I use the app. That's what you got. I use that. You just push through all the
I
kiosks.
always just
like,
kind of have it out so like the people at the bar like
Yeah.
know that that's what I'm there
It's
for.
like
you
a
know?
cop badge.
I'm
They're like
kinda
smoking like,
casually.
hey.
Oh,
I love
the
listening
deputy
to
sheriff of
orders. You
Starbucks.
order like Meg Ryan on Harry Met Sally.
I
Like it's like the
know.
most specific order ever, but it just sounds like a woman who knows what she wants. She's
Yeah.
like a New
Hey,
York
can I have a
woman.
chai latte with almond milk
my
and a
orders-
splash of lamb's wool?
Are so cunty. I hate my orders. I always feel so bad. But I
what's your
always
order?
What is your main order now?
I mean, at Starbucks, it's ridiculous.
Just say it. Just say it.
Literally,
Just say it.
today, literally, the girl goes, "I don't know what this means." I heard the barista say that to another person. And I go, "I know that's my drink." So it's a venti traditional misto. I don't know what, which a misto is half coffee, half steamed soy. It is it's a bitch latte. It's like it's not as strong as a latte, and it's less milk. It's not as like milky as a latte.
Yeah.
You're
Half
worth it.
I
You're worth it.
I had never heard the word misto before.
It's
I
a
heard
cafe
it.
au
Sounds
lait.
like a-
I
I'm
was
just
like-
imagining me
sounds
going
like
to the
a-
bodega to get coffee.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yo,
Oh,
Poppy, let me
misto.
get a misto.
They're like, is that
Oh,
an anime
they-
character? What the fuck is
I was
that?
about to say, I was like, is he in Infinity War? I don't remember him from that movie.
So a misto, it's a cafe au lait, but Starbucks uses Italian phrases, not French. So you have to say misto. But it is a cafe au lait, which is a common order in a French cafe. Okay,
Yes.
I'm not
Okay.
crazy.
Good to know.
And let me just say, 50% of people don't know where to find it in the computer. They're always like, "Where's a misto?" Like it is a weird order. Then I get with almond. They don't call it almond milk. They call it almond drink. So it's with almond milk instead of
Yeah.
regular. Light soy,
Almond
and then I do a splash of soy, which that confuses people because it should just be. Then I am adding soy, but I recently found out the soy milk there has like a candy bar's amount of sugar in it. So now I just want a little bit of soy milk
feel
as a
so bad
sweetener.
saying
A
splash
Jews
of
whisper.
anything.
That's how you ask for
A
that.
Jews
amount. Just say
whisper?
just a
A
Jews
Jews whisper of soy.
Wow. This is one phrase I will not be saying out loud at Starbucks ever. Can I get a Jews whisper? Can I get a Jews whisper?
I have an Italian blink of
Let me get a Jamaican trailer load of cinnamon.
And then I get it extra hot because it's never hot enough. Because I get it extra hot because I chug things too much. I'm a chugger, and that slows me down from chugging because it will burn
your
my
throat, yeah.
So it keeps me at a normal pace that people tend to sip coffee. It keeps me sipping. So and oftentimes they will only fill it up to like here because
That's how they do you. That's how they get you.
I hate that. I was
That's
like,
how they get you.
and I go, if I
wanted
if I
space.
wanted a grande,
Yep.
I would have ordered a grande.
I hate when they
But
don't
this is-
ask you if you want space either, and they just give it to
Oh,
you.
I don't want room. I never want room.
No room.
No
Just tell them no
room.
room.
I'll
Don't
get him fired. I'll
Airbnb
get
my
him
fucking
fired.
coffee.
But I feel so bad.
Wait, you'll Jewish whisper to their manager?
I'm a letter writer. I make
wow.
sure. Oh my, no. Can you imagine?
Sound like my wife. Like she writes letters for everything.
Does she
I
really?
never
she-
wrote
like-
a letter ever.
What
She's
is,
run
does she
the-
get stuff from it?
She gets so much shit. Like
Tell me.
I had never known of this strategy. If you get something fucked up, you write an angry but well-worded email or letter. If you fucking physically write a letter
Wait,
and
she
put a
writes
stamp,
a letter like
I've seen her-
Benjamin
no.
Franklin?
Yeah,
That's the only person
My
I can
mom
think of
used
that
to
has
do
written
that.
that.
I've
Yeah,
never
no.
done it in my
Yeah,
life, but
no.
she would get all kinds of free stuff.
No, my mom.
Yeah.
This is bizarre.
Wait, she'll take out a pen and paper.
And paper
And
and
stationery.
Yes, and
I don't even
stationery.
think I own paper.
I don't know how to
I
write
just have
it.
to write it on the back of my American
Yeah,
Express
no.
card.
Look,
My friend does it, and he writes certified mail so that to the head of the company, so that they have to answer it.
and you have to acknowledge me. Don't
Yeah.
just throw me in a pile.
Wow.
What?
Like she would literally write like so one
And you
day
get
like
all kinds of free shit.
all kinds of free shit. Very petty, stupid thing. Got an Entenmann's cake from like the supermarket. It was bad. It had like mold on the bottom. She was like, she took pictures of it. Was like, this fucking cake had mold on the bottom. I demand my money back. Blah 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 blah. Supermarket gave her a hard time. She's like, I'm going to corporate. Wrote a like what is it? Brick and mortar letter? Like fucking put it in a fucking envelope. Put a stamp on it. Sent
She
it.
did like a 5-paragraph essay.
Yeah,
I love
seriously.
that.
Sent it, and then Entenmann sent back like a fucking giant envelope full of like, yo, free Entenmann's forever. There's still, it's like
Wow.
Charlie's golden ticket. They're like all over my house. Like I lift up my couch cushion and it's like, oh, free cake.
It's true.
Like,
it
oh,
takes
cool.
one cunty note, and you get like a lifetime of free
a lifetime
shit.
of free shit.
Just the idea of writing a physical letter
Yeah.
is so exhausting to me.
I would never do it.
Oh
I
my
don't even
God.
mail things I'm
Where do you,
supposed to
where do you
mail.
even get a
Not
stamp
worth it.
nowadays?
You gotta go to the post
I went to the
office or-
bodega the other day and I
Yeah.
was like, you sell stamps? And everyone was like, we don't take
No.
food stamps. I was like, no.
Dude, no,
Believe it or not, at one time, people put a little picture on an envelope and sent it across the land.
Nobody has stamps. You got to go to the airport to
Oh,
get them or
no,
something.
no,
It's
no.
crazy.
Because also, if you go to the post office, people at the post office hate you for using the mail
Oh,
system.
yeah, they're
I-
angry.
You want to send a
They're like,
package, motherfucker?
Why are you keeping us in business? They just want it to be over. They want to be put out of their misery. And they're
You
like,
see-
It's
you
wild.
You see the windows, and you just see the person sitting there like, and you walk over, and they're like, did I turn the light on? No, so go back online.
Did I say next?
Motherfucker.
Did I say next? No. Did I say next?
So you want this package next day or overnight? I'm like, overnight is not next day. Overnight means it will reach there at 9 o'clock. Next day means it will reach there the next day.
If you would read the website before you
put
would
it-
come
you
here,
put it in the
you
wrong
wouldn't be
box.
wasting. Excuse me, he's wasting your time because he did not read the directions on the website. Excuse me.
Matter of fact,
Thank you.
You know what? We going to lunch. We're
Daniel
going to lunch.
Daniel Baker is wasting your time.
We going to lunch now.
oh my
Close your window, girl.
And then they shut the window. Fuck out of here.
I've done the thing before where I've called Starbucks because I've called corporate before because I just want because I know they'll throw me a free drink on the app.
yeah.
It's very
yeah,
easy for them to do.
for sure.
You talk to someone online and what you do is you go, I'm a loyal customer. I swear, like you just present yourself as someone who like I've spent a lot of money here and I will continue to.
Yeah.
Like, look, I am a good customer. I've never given a man a shin job. I just, I just love your coffee.
I
Is
give the
one free drink?
finest handies.
Yeah,
Is
they'll
one
give
free
you-
drink enough to massage you?
Yeah. Just to because that's $5.
That's $5.
When you're
Do they
paying
do latte art?
$5 for coffee, I have that. I'm a lady that can drop $5 on the street and it's not going to pain me. I'm not in a position where $5 is really that much money. But when you're spending that much on a cup of coffee,
Yeah.
I demand excellence.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
I demand. But here's the
This
thing:
is
though,
water and beans.
I feel like she's making this speech at the register out behind her. Like, damn, I am not making this trade.
No.
She demands
I
ex-
would
I'm on
never
Twitter
do
like,
this
she
in person,
demands
by the way.
excellence.
Because people working at Starbucks,
Yeah,
I'm
the
like,
re-
you're making minimum wage. And I've heard the other
I
side of
work
it.
at I work at Starbucks.
You have?
Yes, it's
Tell
awful.
me,
It
it's
is
awful, right?
awful.
I have so much empathy for people who
It
have
is
to
awful.
work with.
And it was worse
Ugh.
because it wasn't a standalone Starbucks. It was a Starbucks within a Barnes and Noble.
No.
Yeah, which is
man.
the Starbucks where people go and they're obnoxious and they order outlandish shit.
set up shop
and,
all
yeah,
day right
and then
there,
like with
reading all
20
the books.
magazines. I'm
Oh,
like,
God.
fuck you. And then they leave shit. They spill shit on books. Then it's my fault. Then the boss comes up. He's like, you know, they're not supposed to be reading up here. You're supposed to politely tell them to, move to a different area. And I'm like, bro, I'm not going. This guy has a weird look to him. I don't like. He has a 1,000-yard stare, and he's reading 48 laws of power.
You shouldn't have to privately scold people on top of serving. It's ridiculous.
But you know what I did is I got high in the back and I ate the entire Snickers pie. So fuck you.
That's why we have no more Barnes and Nobles in New York. We just had that one. We had that one sad one in Union Square. It's like everyone just goes there to use the bathroom, and that's it. That's the only reason to go to Barnes and
better
Noble.
than a Barnes and Noble bathroom.
That's why I'll
Such
always
a soothing
complain
environment.
about I'll complain about product, but never service, because I've been so terrible at every single one of my jobs that
I do that
just
with Uber,
wildly
too.
fired from every place and fired like in under 4 hours before. That I'm like, who am I to
I
complain
once
about
had
this?
a temp job, and they called. I was just a 4-day job, and it was just answering phones. And they called me on day 2 and said, "You don't need to come back."
Wow.
They were like, "It's not temporary enough." Like, I wasn't even working there. I got fired from a temp job. But like, yeah, I understand what you're saying. Service, I never complain. When my dad does a thing, dads never understand that it's not the waitress's fault that food is late.
Right.
Yeah.
It's so rarely the waitress's fault, but they cannot think to
Fathom.
the kitchen. They can't fathom.
They think she's the one cooking it.
They really do. They really do. And I always try to explain it is not her fault that he goes, well, she's just waiting there. I go, because she's waiting for the kitchen
For the fucking
to
bell to
deliver it.
ding.
What
Yeah.
is she supposed to do?
Yeah.
It's but yeah, what jobs have you been fired from?
4
Rich?
hours. I want to hear that. That's crazy.
I was fired from a store called Fat Shoes and Clothes on Broadway, and I thought I was so cool.
Fat like with a PH?
Yeah, with a PH. And I thought
hip
I was like,
hip hop.
I thought I was the truth because I got that job. I remember it was my first job in New York, and I thought I was like a Beastie Boy. I'm like, I work on Broadway at a place called Fat Shoes and Clothes. Like,
sabotage.
yeah, I was like, definitely
like
get off my
breakdancing
dick.
at work
Like I
and
told
shit?
everyone, I'm like, I'm working on Broadway, Fat Shoes and Clothes. Get right off my dick. It was so humiliating because I was telling all my friends at home, I'm like, don't call me as much. You know, like I'm working at Fat Shoes and Clothes now. Give me some space.
No, I don't have time. I have an early shift tomorrow on fat clothes and shoes.
I really did. I was like, I'm in the BC in my mind that I was like, that's it. Like, and then it was so humiliating because I was fired in under 4 hours.
Damn.
But basically, because I was supposed to get people to buy the clothes, and I'm like, I can't do that. I can't bother people like that. That's the worst feeling in the world when you walk in a store and
Can I help
somebody's
you?
like, and bothering, like, that looks good. You should buy it. Like, I can't. And so I was supposed to do that and fold. I can't fold. My fold was a slovenly disaster.
Oh, yeah.
He was so he's like, are you a woman? Like, he was so disgusted with my folds. My folds were like right away. I remember him glaring at me like she has suspicious, heinous folding skills.
I don't know.
Yeah.
She's using the board and she still can't get it right.
I couldn't. I used that dumb
me
cardboard.
too, the
but-
fucking stupid board. Fuck you, board, and fuck Ann Taylor Loft. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Is amazing.
I feel so bad for people in retail. I feel
Yo,
like
it's
that would
the
be the
worst.
worst.
It's the
job.
worst.
I worked inventory at Ann Taylor Loft, and
No
then,
way!
and then they got a guy fired for like scamming and stealing. So then like they had to do like an instant promotion, and they promote the guy with straight back cornrows and gold fronts to the floor to wear Ann Taylor blouses and like tell Hasidic Jewish women, you look great in this floor length skirt in the sales section. You know what I'm saying? And it was the worst shit ever. Like people like are like, well, this says this price tag doesn't match this price tag. I'm switching. I was like, you can't switch price tags on shit. I'm just like overwhelmed. Like I was just like, put me back in inventory, please.
Oh my God. I worked
was
loss
terrible.
prevention at the Gap on 34th Street during Christmas.
Oh no!
Yeah,
What
no.
does that entail?
First of all, everything that happens is just continuous Christmas music on a loop in the background. Just jingle bells. Like, attack like a shoplifter. It's like jingle bells, jingle bells. And like all we had to do was watch to make more sure the register from the basement got to the security room. But the register would be like $30,000 every time they would take it out. So sometimes people would like try to tackle the people carrying the register.
No way.
So you have to walk behind them, and then when they reach the room, you'd be like touchdown.
And were you watching just to see if people were shoplifting too?
No, you were just concerned about
that.
the register. So you'd see people shoplifting and stuff, and you couldn't do anything about it. Because I'm like, that's not. Listen, take as many sweaters and then as many pouches you want. All I'm worried about is this register over here.
So that was your only job was
That's
to
what
watch
I'm
the
only
register.
I did it for like a week, and I had to quit.
Oh
it was the Christmas music was driving me insane. It's like, here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, and then it's like I'm smelling that. Remember when Gap had the cologne that smelled like grass?
Grass.
Yeah.
I
So
love
now
grass.
So immediately I smell I hear the Christmas music, I smell grass. I'm just like, oh my God. And then people are just like, do you have these chinos in like a 34? I'm like, I don't
even know
I don't work here.
what are chinos.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
No,
yeah.
I was, and it's funny that you said that because like they delegated me to be the guy to escort the cash register bag guy to the deposit thing. Like, I'm running away. If this guy is getting robbed, like, I'm out of here. Like, I'm not fighting over like $9.50 an hour.
Yeah,
my guy.
If
like,
the guy tripped with the bag, I'm running out the store.
yeah,
I'm like,
I'm out of here. Like, I'm not.
I want no smoke. I'm on a train. Like, hope he lives.
They're like, you big, you go with him. I'm like, no.
That's all walking there. Like, everyone giving you money. I'm like, I don't really work. I'm
work
temp.
here.
I'm gonna
covering
leave.
like the loft thing on the sleeve. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know who this guy is. I have no idea.
Yeah, the shoplifting thing, you realize like anyone can shoplift. They can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
But you always get that one employee that wants to go a little too extra. Maybe they tried out to be a cop and didn't make it, and now they work at Victoria's Secret. You know, you're not getting out here with that pair of panties.
Yeah.
No.
Just tase you on the middle 34th Street in the crowd. You're like, what? It's $5 panties.
But I've learned that you can just run. Like they can't.
They give up. They don't care.
They don't. No one cares.
No, the laws
like-
protect the shoplifter. Thank God, the laws protect us.
Yes.
They're on our side. Yeah.
The one time I
All
got
the rights
caught
are on the side
though
of the
was the
lifter.
thing went off, and I've never been caught since. But the thing went off and it beeped, and the woman came up, and I could have just kept walking because
Yeah,
every
just
time
keep
it
walking.
beeps, you just go, oh, sorry. You know, it beeps all the
No,
time.
you just walk out
You know
at the
what
same
you
time
do?
as someone else, and when they stop, you keep moving.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's how it works at Century
You
21.
just do this.
Wait, no, no.
You just do like this confused look, like, oh, I would never steal.
Which is what
and
I
then you
do
just keep
every
walking.
time
Yeah.
when it does beep and I haven't stolen. I
Just,
go,
just like a
weird.
confused white girl shrug.
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
all
But,
it's
oh
like.
man, when you're guilty
then
and that
starts-
beep happens,
Yeah.
the color drains from your face in a
God.
way, and you just freeze in a way that everyone knows you're guilty. And then I
Damn.
think I wanted to get
You
caught.
gotta do that shrug and then take off sprinting.
Yes,
So it doesn't
I
look
should
suspicious.
have.
I have the
And like
advantage
a-
over
and
all
like
of
a-
you because as soon as it goes off, they're like, beep, beep, beep. They're like, let me see your bag. I'm like, why?
Why?
Because I'm black?
Yes.
And they're like, no, sir, have a nice day.
I'm gonna try
I
that.
just have like a TV under my arm.
I'm gonna try that.
I'm here with my oppressed sister, Nikki. We are outraged. It's me, her, and Al Sharpton. We're protesting this store. Shut down this Target.
Oh my God, you guys, I love you so much. Desus and Mero, you guys
So
hear
fun.
their podcast, Bodega Boys.
That's
I mean,
right.
if you're not sold by these guys right now, if you're not already listening, you're gonna be. Bodega Boys is their podcast available on iTunes. Go see them.
Thanks for having us.
November 11th. Thank you
11th.
so
So
much.
much fun.
November 11th,
Hulu
11/11 at the Hulu Theater at Madison Square Garden.
right.
Do not miss it. You guys are so funny and
Thank
fun.
you.
Thank you for being here.
Shoplift outfit to come to the show.
If I'm in town, I'll be there.
Can we do
For
that?
sure.
Let's do a thing where me and you shoplift outfits to go to the show.
I would love that.
Let's go. We're racking up.
I need to get back into it anyway. Thank you so much for watching that clip that you just watched. Did you enjoy it? I hope you did. If you did, thumbs up it. Why don't you subscribe? Why don't you just keep watching more videos? Let them play. Share with your friends. Go share on your Instagram story. Go just have a great day.